Today, I'm going to teach you the 8 most commonly used phrases by women when they want more intensity with you. Have you ever had a beautiful girl say a suggestive phrase to you, but you didn't know how to respond, and you lost the opportunity of a lifetime? In this video, I'll give you the solution so that you know how to respond to each of these phrases and act correctly. Stay until the end of the video, because the last phrase is the one most commonly used by all women, and very few men catch on to it. The first phrase a woman says to let you know what she really wants with you is, "I feel like the temperature is rising." Not all women say this phrase exactly this way, but what they want is for you to understand their body heat and the exact reason why. You need to interpret it in your favor. What she's trying to tell you is that you're raising her body temperature, a sign that you're doing things right. Don't think it's simply because the environment is hot or because there's a lot of sun. It's because of what you're saying or how you're interacting with her. You need to understand that she's implying a sense of attraction and even an emotional connection with you. It's an indirect way of telling you that she feels emotionally connected to you and that her feelings for you are growing. It's a very subtle phrase, but if you recognize and understand it at that moment, you can get a lot out of it in your response. You need to understand it and respond in the same way she gave you that compliment, discreetly but playfully. If this happens to you, it's crucial that you show you've understood her hint and that you're interested in heading in the same direction as that woman. Flash your best smile and be attentive to what she needs. This response can open the door to a more intimate conversation and strengthen the bond between you two. By responding this way, you're letting her know that you've received her compliment in the best way possible and that she shouldn't be embarrassed to say these kinds of phrases to you. She should feel comfortable with you, no matter what she might say. This is very important because if she notices that you didn't like what she said, she'll become inhibited, and that's not what you really want. Phrase number 2 is, "You smell really good." This phrase is very important. Remember that a woman's sense of smell is much better than a man's, and for her to recognize a scent, like your perfume, as pleasant and gratifying is something to keep in mind. This is very positive because she will associate that scent with you. Besides seeing you as someone hygienic and clean, something that is very important to them, she will see you as a high-value man who appreciates and respects himself, which is why you take care of your physical appearance and personal image. As a result, every time she smells that scent, you'll be present in her mind. If she says this phrase to you, you should be very happy, Stoic. It's a great start for you to respond appropriately to her compliment. If she says this, you need to thank her for the compliment and take it further by taking advantage of the compliment she's given you. For example, you could say, "Thanks. Do you want to smell the perfume closer to guess what it is?" And then lean your neck toward her. With this response, you'll build more trust and assertiveness when she takes the initiative for physical contact. Phrase number 3, "I really like this part of your body." This phrase is much more direct because what she's telling you is that she finds a particular part of your body very attractive, like your eyes, lips, etc. You should take it as something very positive when flirting. You need to act openly in your body language and return the compliment with something warmer and more playful, like giving her a compliment about her physical appearance as well. Let her know that you're on the same wavelength and that you've perfectly understood her hint. When a woman compliments a part of your body and accompanies it with physical contact, she's breaking and crossing an important barrier. Besides expressing interest in you, she's inviting you to get closer and take the initiative. That's why it's crucial that you recognize the compliment and her body language. At all times, you should act similarly to what she does, without overstepping, so she doesn't think you're an opportunist. Everything should be done in a way that suits the situation, and only if you see that she's comfortable. Your goal should always be to make her feel comfortable with you, and that she has nothing to be embarrassed about when she says or does something. This is very important. Remember that, Stoic. Let's continue with phrase number 4. I'd like to go somewhere more private. If at any point a woman suggests finding a more private place, she's sending a clear signal that she wants to spend time alone with you in a more intimate setting. This phrase gives you a free pass to act and take her to a more intimate place where you can be alone and continue with your game of hints and flirting. That's why it's crucial at this moment to listen beyond the words and grasp the feeling behind them. When she says this phrase to you, she's telling you that she's enjoying the moment but would like to take it to the next level in a place where it's just the two of you. You should pick up on this signal and simply take her to another place to fulfill what she desires. You need to show her at this moment that you're a decisive man who fulfills what she wants. That's why, if she suggests going somewhere more private, listen to her and take her to a place where she feels comfortable and where both of you can be at ease. The fifth phrase is, "You're looking really good today." In today's society, we find ourselves in a moment where we have to think twice before saying or doing anything because we don't want to appear bad in front of others. That's why, if she gives you this compliment, it's something very positive because she's showing you her feelings towards you. Don't ignore this phrase. This comment is not casual. She's communicating to you that she sees you in a special way and is interested in you. A compliment like this is an implicit invitation to take the next step. You should return her compliment with something similar, letting her know that you find her very attractive and that you want to have a more intimate relationship with her. In one way or another, she needs to know your feelings and what you desire, which is why you should respond to these kinds of compliments with more direct phrases toward her. You need to show her that you're not holding back, that you're a confident person who says what they think and acts in line with what they want. You must act like a true Stoic, which is what you are. Now, onto the sixth phrase. You make me feel safe. With this phrase, she's revealing something deeply significant to you. Safety isn't just a physical feeling of protection. It's an emotional and psychological confidence that allows her to open up to you in a way she wouldn't with just anyone. This type of statement is a display of vulnerability and trust, indicating that in your presence, she feels shielded from any trouble. Imagine a situation where you're walking together in the city. It's nighttime, and although the streets are quiet, she feels a bit uneasy due to the darkness. Without her noticing, you move a little closer to her, offering your arm or simply walking beside her more firmly. You don't have to say anything, but your presence is what makes her feel protected. At that moment, she might smile at you and say, "I love being with you. You make me feel safe." The safety she feels with you isn't just about protecting her from external dangers. It's about creating an environment where her emotions, thoughts, and desires are valued and respected. When a young woman tells you that you make her feel safe, she's communicating that your presence has a profound impact on her well-being. Stoic, keep showing her that you can be her support in both small and significant situations. It's not about being dominant or overprotective, but about being present and attentive to her needs. Ask her how she feels in certain situations. Offer your support without being intrusive, and make sure she knows she can always count on you. The key is to make her feel valued and understood, which will strengthen the bond between you two. Now on to the seventh phrase, "I want you to know me better." When a young woman says this, she's opening a door to her inner world, inviting you to explore who she really is beyond the surface. This is an invitation to deepen the relationship, to discover the nuances of her personality, her dreams, her fears, and everything that makes her who she is. Imagine you're talking after a date. You've been discussing light topics like hobbies or the weather, but suddenly, she gets more serious. You mention something about your childhood, and in response she says, "You know, I've never talked much about my childhood with anyone, but with you, I feel like I can. I want you to know me better." Here, she's not only willing to share deeper aspects of her life, but also signaling that she sees you as someone with whom she can be authentic and open. In essence, when a woman tells you, "I want you to know me better," she's asking you to look beyond the superficial and take the time to understand her fully, with all her complexities and contradictions. Take this opportunity to deepen the relationship. Show her that you're interested in getting to know her better by asking open-ended questions and actively actively listening. Also, share aspects of your life that aren't so superficial. This will foster a genuine exchange. Give her the space to express herself without pressuring her, and make sure she feels understood and respected every step of the way. This type of interaction will build a solid foundation of trust and mutual connection. Finally, we reach the phrase I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the most commonly used by them. Number 8, I love being close to you. She's expressing that your company brings her a kind of emotional satisfaction that's hard to find in another man. It's a clear sign that your presence offers her something valuable and makes her feel good about herself. Imagine a scenario where you're both watching a movie together. Maybe it's a quiet afternoon, and although the movie is interesting, you notice she's more interested in cuddling up next to you and feeling the physical closeness you share. At some point, she looks at you and with a soft smile says, I love being close to you. You make me feel so good. It's not just the act of being together, but the comfort she finds in your company that leads her to say these words. Perhaps she had a tough day, but now that she's with you, she feels like everything is okay again. As you ask her how she's feeling, she replies, no matter what happens, when I'm close to you, everything seems to get better. I love being with you. This is a testament to how your presence positively affects her mood. It's a phrase that reflects not just attraction, but also a deep sense of comfort and emotional satisfaction. It's a way of saying that in your company, she finds a refuge or a place where she can be herself and enjoy the moment without worries. When a young woman tells you this, she's communicating that your presence is something she greatly values, and it's a desire for authentic and lasting connection. To respond to this expression, make sure that the moments you spend together are pleasant and meaningful. Show her that you also enjoy her company, not just through words, but through actions. Invite her to share activities you both enjoy, create memories together, and let her know that you value her presence in your life. Small gestures like maintaining eye contact, listening attentively, or simply smiling at her when she looks at you can reinforce this feeling and make her feel even closer to you. Leave a comment below with a phrase a woman has said to you and how you responded. By doing so, you add a lot of value to our community. Your opinion is very important to all of us. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our content. See you next time, dear Stoic, with more wisdom from the Stoic Master.